quick job I'm going to do in the garden today is give the bamboo a trim. This is phyllostachys, which I can never pronounce. It's just a standard bamboo that you'd get at B&Q or any garden centre, and I've seen that they look really sort of neat and tidy if you trim the lower leaves off. So that's what I'm going to try doing now, because it is looking a bit tatty really, I think. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So you can see I've dug a trench all the way around this bamboo, and you can see this is to primarily to stop it from spreading, and you can see where it is starting to spread. So I might cut them off. You can see previously where I've cut off you know, rhizomes or canes that have started coming out at an angle. Some of them I've left on, like this one, but I may actually take that off just now because it's coming out here at a bit of an angle, and I think I'd be a bit happier if it just was a bit more vertical and didn't sort of droop out as much as it is doing now. So I'm going to get on with that. I'll show you what it looks like when I've finished. There we go, there's all my trimmings. I've not gone too mad, I've just taken off with my secateurs some of the lower leaves and some entire canes as well. Just ones that were coming out at a bit of an angle. These are sort of borderline. I've left them because this is the first time I've done it. I didn't want to go in too heavy-handed. I think it definitely looks tidier. I'm not quite sure it looks quite how I expected. I think it looks best when you've got some really thick canes. Once the bamboo is really established, the canes should get thicker each year, and mine are still pencil thin. So if you've got some nice thick canes to show off, I ought to actually just clear out all those leaves as well from in the centre. I think I'll do that now actually. There we go, that was easier said than done actually, clearing all that out with the heavily congested bamboo plant. So you can sort of, I don't know if you can see, I can see, I'm not sure if it comes across on the camera, but in the middle of shot is the original plant. It has spread by about 50 or 60 centimeters to the left, and obviously it's spread to the right as well, but I've also planted bits that I've cut off to divide it, so it's, you know, there's 1.5 meters to the right of it as well, but that's not through spreading, that's just mostly through me planting more clumps. I think it looks alright now. I'm undecided whether I would plant bamboo again in a garden. Maybe in my next garden I won't. Probably not phyllostachys anyway, not least because I can't say it, and I'm constantly talking about it in videos and I can't even pronounce it. But it's messy. I mean, the leaves drop off, and you know, I deliberately leave them there, not through laziness, but through, I think it sort of mulches the ground a bit, and also, you know, stops weeds from appearing. It suppresses weeds, so I'm quite happy to leave them there, but they end up everywhere. You know, over there, there's some over there, so they end up, you know, several meters away from the plant, if not all over the garden. I think next time I'd try a clumping bamboo, which I have got a couple of. They've actually grown taller. I'm not quite sure what variety they are, but you know, it's 2.5 meters tall, I'd say. It's hard to see, but behind these firs, one spruce and one fir. No, sorry. No, they're both. That's a spruce and that's a fir. Anyway, back to the bamboo. It's going to be hard to see, but it's behaving itself really nicely. It is expanding, you know, by a couple of centimeters every year. I've got the same species here, although you wouldn't think it was the same, would you? Because this one's just over a meter tall and not looking particularly healthy, so not quite sure what's going on there. Have to keep an eye on that. They obviously need plenty of water, and they've been getting plenty of water. We've had so much rain. So the plan was to let this bamboo spread the whole way along the back behind the apple tree, where we've actually got a hedge, and I was going to have a hedge of bamboo at the back, but I'm not sure that's going to be practical really. I know that, you know, I'm controlling the rhizomes, and I've done a separate video on that. I'll link it in the description below. I'm controlling them through the moat, which I think is a good idea. But someone has said, well, what happens when, you know, the island is completely chock-a-block with canes? Well, then I'll have to try and just dig out, you know, sections, and that's going to be easier said than done, I know. But, you know, if I could dig a section out every, you know, 2 or 3 foot, then it gives the bamboo room to expand once more. So anyway, I think that's a good number of years off yet, but something for me to think about. I'm also just going along the border, weeding, which I actually quite enjoy. I find weeding quite therapeutic. So I'm just going to go along this border, paying particular attention to the edge. I've got quite a drop here, it's going to be difficult for me to show you. It's possibly, in some places, it's as much as a foot between the grass and the border. And we get all sorts of weeds, including, you know, grass, you know, growing in the wrong place. A weed, of course, is a plant in the wrong place, isn't it? So just going along here, clearing it all up. There's loads of little bits of moss, which I'm gonna pick up as well. And that should keep me busy for the next half hour or so. I managed to mow the lawn yesterday, finally, after probably a month or so. Amazing difference, and you know, a freshly mowed bit of grass makes. So that's all, just a quick one on bamboo. Thanks for watching.